What is up, everybody? Welcome back to After the Huddle. As always, it's your boy Jacob. Jared to my right. Yes, I know I'm wearing a Celtics shirt. For those who don't know, I am a Boston Celtics fan. Playoffs are starting this week, so wanted to rep the team for the show. And hopefully we push it through
some type of playoff stuff.
Yeah, I mean we're the number one seed. I've heard. Yeah, we're record-wise the best team in the association. So, waiting to see how we do. What's up, Devin? Appreciate you joining up, man. We got our official mock draft tonight, so hopefully y'all stay tuned for that. We're gonna go over a few topics that we saw this week. Some things that have happened. And we'll go over that real quick. Won't be too long on that, and then we're gonna jump right into this mock draft. We're gonna do the whole first round. I'm gonna take the NFC teams. Jared's gonna take the AFC teams, being that he's an AFC team fan. I'm an NFC team fan, so we're gonna do it like that. We will have trades dependent upon if we both believe that team will trade out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but first thing we want to get into real quick before we start the show. I came across this real quick. Unfortunately, one of the draft hopefuls this year tragically passed away from a heart attack at 25.
A heart attack at 25 is crazy.
That's too young.
That's too young to be having a fucking heart attack, bro. That's crazy.
Way too young for a heart attack.
Prayers go out to his friends and family. He wasn't a highly sought prospect, but he was somebody that I thought would have gone in like the 5th, 6th round, maybe.
Yeah.
To a team and been able to built up like that. But sad to see something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ready. We gonna get it here shortly. We got a few things to go over. This being one of them.
And then, do you want to get into the J.K. Dobbins thing first?
Yeah. Go ahead and bring up J.K. Dobbins. In lighter news. J.K. Dobbins signs a 1-year deal with Chargers. This coming off the heels of Austin Eckler leaving and signing with the Commanders. So they were down a running back. Ravens just signed Derrick Henry, so the running back room seemed a little bit crowded. He wasn't going to go back to them. How do you feel about this signing?
He's an Ohio State kid, right?
He is an Ohio State guy. So, glad to see Ohio State products still making it. I mean, most Ohio State running backs I've seen, they might not be great, but they always seem to bounce around the league.
Buddy just need to stay healthy. That's his issue.
That seems like a lot of people's issue in the NFL these days.
Yeah.
But that's his main issue. Can't stay healthy. He was really explosive coming out. I mean, I remember when he was there still at Ohio State, he was doing his thing, him and Justin Fields. So,
yep. And then before we get into the draft, we're gonna talk about this real quick.
Jayden Daniels is apparently an injury waiting to happen from Daniel Kelly, a scouting director. It's the first mock. Is it talking about him in his first round draft mock draft?
That's his name.
First round mock draft. What is that on
Twitter?
Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's first round mock on Twitter. What's up, Alex? Appreciate you joining. You already know what it is. I would be on 2K right now if it wasn't for this. Just been kind of busy. Anyway, they're talking about. I think his concern is the same concern as literally everybody else I've heard talk about Jayden Daniels, and it's his size.
Yeah.
It's his size. Everybody's worried about his frame and will he be able to withstand the hits. And there's been so many people that they talked about this about already. Like, there's so many players that are getting injured that weren't an injury waiting to happen. There's so many players out here that we would have never thought would have been injury prone. Then they get one, and then they get two, and now they're sitting there 2-3 years getting injuries, and we're like, well, damn, how'd that happen?
Look at Robert Griffin. Daniels could be walking into the same exact situation.
Literally, because I think he's going to go to the same exact franchise.
So do I. That would be tough, dude.
I hope he can stay healthy. I mean, is he small? Yes, he's small. We know that he's small, but I'll say that the thing that did the biggest difference between what is it? Not gonna lie, does give RG3 vibes, probably going to Washington just like him. No, I don't disagree with that, but the difference I think between him and RG3 is that Jayden Daniels is a smarter player.
Fair enough.
Like his decision making when playing in, he's never scared, he's never worried. The poise in the pocket, the decision whether to throw the ball or run the ball has always been top tier with him. So I think he'll be smart enough to not take those hits and give him some time. You know, he's young. He's still growing into being a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
You know, let him hit the weight room with some strength and conditioning coaches. Like, let's give him some time, and hopefully he doesn't, you know, in that first, you know, few, I have a feeling Washington picked May. It's possible. There's been a lot of chatter. There's been a lot of chatter about what Washington's going to do. I've been saying for, you know, since we figured out that Caleb Williams was definitely going to be picked, that the draft doesn't officially start until pick 2.
It's good to see you in here, Jamari. I know we had cross paths in one chat room before, so it's good to see you in here.
But you know, we'll wait and see on it with Jayden Daniels. How you feel about this, Jared?
I think it's gonna be a good. I think look, fix that offensive line to where he's not getting beat to shit, basically, because that's gonna be the biggest issue. And granted, fact, he can take off and run, you know, but that can't happen every play, especially not in this league, because windows close faster, players are faster, stronger. So, like, I mean, like we were talking about earlier with the RG3 thing, if he takes one good lick, either anywhere below the waist, could be a possible ACL or anything with him, with his knees or his ankles. Just take him out. That's all they're taught, basically. But now, so.
I mean, we'll wait to see how it goes with it, but you know, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I mean, we have our thoughts about what the draft is going to look like in the top 5, which we will go over here shortly. I think the media is pushing Jayden at 2. Not gonna lie. I mean, is it really pushing if you actually believe that he's the number 2 prospect in the country?
I broke it down in the same room that me and him were talking in. And if you think about it this way, Kingsbury coached Caleb Williams in college.
He did.
At USC.
He did.
And now he is the OC in Washington. He has no shot of getting Caleb Williams unless for some God.
There's no way that the
saying.
Bears pick anybody else but them. And then the only way Washington's going to move up is moving up, and you're going to spend a buttload of picks just to get a quarterback anyway.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. So like, the next best thing to get to anywhere close to Caleb that you coach is Jayden Daniels. So that's why I honestly think he's going to Washington.
I mean, I think the same. He took a big hit almost every game last year. He can't do that.
Not gonna lie, he did get smacked in the Florida State game.
But here's the thing. Okay, you are right about that. You're not going to be able to sustain those hits like that in the NFL because they're bigger, faster, stronger. But wouldn't that signify that if he's taking those hits, at least in college right now, and he's not getting hurt by that he'll be able to withstand at least some of these hits that he would get in the NFL?
Yeah,
because he's not going to not get hit.
Fair.
You know what I mean? He's going to take some hits. So showing that he can withstand at least college level hits and not get hurt and not, you know, be taken out of the game because of it, I think that's a big plus in my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't know how far his injury, like, I don't even know what his injury report looks like, basically. But, like, I know the last 2 years, I don't think he ever got hurt the last 2 years.
I don't think he's gotten hurt the last couple of seasons.
Now, when he was with Arizona, like Arizona State, one of the two,
I think.
I don't know if he ever got hurt, but I know that's where he played his freshman ball at. So I don't know if he ever got hurt.
Yeah, like this whole an injury waiting to happen when he's never really gotten hurt in college is mind-boggling to me. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. So, all right, Jared, what else did you want to talk about?
One more thing before we get into the draft. Figure since we're going into the draft, talk about the top quarterback prospects since 2020.
Since 2020, Okay, so is this like coming out of college?
Yes.
How well they were sought out?
I believe so. So you got Joe Burrow.
Hold on. I'm fine with Jayden though. I'd rather take him over JJ McCarthy. Dude, I've been saying it since the off season started that JJ McCarthy is not the guy. And I really hope, 'cause I'm a Giants fan. So I really hope that the Giants don't even give a hint about taking JJ McCarthy. I'd be so pissed. I would be so pissed, bro. I would be so mad.
I've heard talks about us swapping picks and y'all getting Drake Maye.
I've heard about that too.
I think me and you just might have flipped our shit if that happened.
Nah. Depends on what we give up for it.
I wouldn't be mad at the trade.
It would depend on what we gave up for it.
No,
because we're only moving 3 spots.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams, C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Tua, Drake Maye. I don't know why J.J. McCarthy why is J.J. McCarthy so high? Like, did y'all not see the team that he had around him last year?
Yeah.
Like, let's be serious. Wasn't Michigan the team that won best offensive line in the country?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't follow college like that.
Because they were talking about, or no, Washington won it, and then Michigan won it the year before, and Michigan was all pissed about it. That's what it was. Washington won it this past season, but the season before, Michigan won it, and they thought they were going to win it again this season.
That'd be all right.
I'm just saying, I'm not a huge McCarthy fan. McCarthy, Eagle, Mac Jones 2.0. But is it 2.0 if you don't think that he was better than Mac Jones? Maybe because he's faster and can run the ball, maybe.
I think that's really about it. Our good old friend dropped by.
Hey, you guys. What up, man? What up? We're about to get up into this mock draft here in just a few seconds. So, Jared, how do you feel about the prospect? Do you feel like Joe Burrow was the most sought-after prospect since 2020? I mean, with the way people talk about Caleb Williams, Caleb Williams should be number 1.
Right.
I haven't seen this much coverage about a quarterback that we knew that was going to go number 1. I don't think ever. Like, this is crazy. Everywhere you turn, Caleb this, and Caleb that, or Caleb's not good, Caleb this. Like, this man is everywhere.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or you don't like, he is every fucking where. So I don't see how you don't have Caleb Williams above Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence. And I'd probably put Joe Burrow had one good. It was a great season. Don't get me wrong,
Fair.
But it was one season in college.
He had the Avengers around him.
And he had the event, like I don't see where Joe Burrow was this highly sought after guy after one season with Justin Jefferson, who's right now the best wide receiver in the league, and Jamar Chase, who's a top 3 wide receiver in the league. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it just
had a good tight end too, Thaddeus Moss.
Yeah,
Randy Moss's kid.
Yeah, and you had it wasn't Edwards-Helaire.
Yes.
At the time.
Yes.
You know.
And then the entire offensive line got drafted, I think.
Like, he had a really good team. And Trevor, Clemson had a good team, don't get me wrong, but they still had to go against Bama and beat Bama for a championship.
Ohio State.
You know?
I don't think they played Ohio State in the championship.
Caleb, and this is the crazy. Caleb hasn't even won a championship, never made it to a championship, did he even make a college playoff?
He made the Cotton Bowl, but he lost to Tulane.
But that's not even the college playoff.
To Nick and
yep. I remember. I'm just saying, like, and then on top of it, he's never won a bowl game with him as the starter. He's never won a bowl game, never won a national championship. Where is this all coming from? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
The play, that's...
don't get me wrong. It's not that he's not talented. I'm not saying that he's not talented. But, man, bro, to have all this coverage behind... me and you have been watching Trevor Lawrence since high school.
Yes.
Back on anybody that knows the app Overtime.
Shit, I watched him on Elite 11.
That's what I'm saying. Like we watched Trevor back when he was still in high school, and then we saw him go to college and the NFL. It's been crazy to see his trajectory of his career since being in high school.
Yes.
So like I understand where Trevor's at, but I would put Caleb above Trevor Lawrence. Like I've never seen somebody that's never won a national championship, never won a bowl game, never won a whole bunch of games be so sought after. I've never seen that.
Did Stroud win a
No, he didn't win a championship, but he made it to a college playoff. And don't get me wrong, it's not like Ohio State doesn't have a good team. Ohio State does have a good team, especially from when he went.
Did he like drop like 5+ touchdowns?
But bro, we almost beat Georgia, but the guy missed the field at the end terribly. I mean, it would have been it's a pretty long field goal, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it wasn't even close.
Oh, well, shit. What you think about that?
Should they change college playoffs to be NFL style playoffs? I mean, they're kind of doing that now. They went overboard with it. They went to 12 teams. I mean, that's basically the same as it was before they added the 7 team to each conference for football, when it was just 6 in each conference that would go. So I mean, they're kind of already adapting to an NFL style playoff, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
But all right, you ready?
Yeah. Do you want to get that off real quick?
Let's do it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna switch this up. All right, y'all. So this is what we're gonna do it on. We're gonna do it on the NFL Mock Draft Simulator. As you can see, it's been updated. The draft is a week away. So
literally a week away.
We will our next show will be tomorrow. a live reaction from us. We will be watching the draft, doing a show. So we'll do that because we didn't do one last year, and it was crazy, especially when Anthony Richardson and then Houston, Houston came back into it. It was wild. So
I have that video somewhere, I think.
You do?
I think so.
Oh shit. Anyway, we're gonna hit all teams here. Like I said, I'll take NFC. He's gonna take the AFC. So let's go ahead and we'll get started.
You can't see the comments.
That's why you.
Oh, there.
Let me see. Live reaction of Giants drafting McCarthy. Yo, chill, bro. Yo, chill. Doing that. Why? What did I do to you? I'm just chilling here doing my show, and you're just gonna bring me down like that. That's tough. I thought we was better than that. Is that cozy?
Yes.
I figured. All right. Anyway, obviously, first pick in the draft, we're gonna go as far as picks go. We're gonna go Caleb Williams number 1. I don't think anybody doesn't see Caleb Williams going number 1 overall. It's just not. It'd be funny if he didn't. After all this coverage, if like Jayden Daniels went.
Cody said it's him.
It's me. All right. Second pick. This is where the draft, in my opinion, as you see on here, they have Drake Maye, Marvin Harrison Jr. above Jayden Daniels in their scouting. But I think Washington is going to go with Jayden Daniels. It fits more of a Kingsbury style offense than what Drake Maye brings to the table, in my opinion. So we're going to go Jayden Daniels at 2. Jared, your turn.
So I'm just going to go ahead and get this out the way. New England's taking Drake Maye.
Drake Maye?
We're getting our quarterback. No questions, but
it's a guarantee.
No, not like that, but I'm saying like we're drafting a quarterback. We're not moving.
Y'all aren't moving? I've heard a lot of things about y'all moving now. I mean, a lot of things.
The only way we move is if...
Watching True Detective.
This dude. The only way we move is if we like Jayden Daniels more than Drake Maye, and then we don't want to draft Drake Maye. That would be a reason why we would trade back.
That's the reason.
That would be like one of the only reasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, Drake Maye's going 3.
Yeah.
So what you got at 4?
Well, I've thought about this long and hard because
are you trading?
Arizona needs a lot.
Yes,
they need a lot, and this is where I think Arizona has to be smart about this.
Yes.
Okay.
Now they can rebuild the entire franchise. Not the entire franchise.
They need more picks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. Drafting a Marvin Harrison Jr. would be amazing.
Yes.
But where does that help you in the long run? Are you trying to just have star players? Or are you trying to build a team? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's where my question would be. Are you trying to get star players, or are you trying to build a team? Because looking at where Arizona is, they need a pass rusher. They need some more offensive line. They need a cornerback. They need a wide receiver.
Wide receivers deep. Offensive talent is deep this year.
Yes. So the thing about it is, I think you have to trade back here. Now, where you're going to trade to is a different question.
Do you take the 11 and 23 from Minnesota?
Well, that's the thing. Who do you think would trade up in this situation? Minnesota needs a quarterback. I don't know. Trying to look at it now. The Rams possibly could use a quarterback. Denver needs a quarterback. There's some Las Vegas. We need a quarterback. But see, I don't think we'll move up from 6 to 4 to go grab a quarterback.
That's fair.
If Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels, and Drake Maye go 1 through 3, then I don't think that there's any way that we draft up to 4 to go draft like JJ McCarthy or somebody.
Fair enough.
You know, it wouldn't be good. So, but I do think that there's a team stupid enough out there to do it. And I would say Denver, but I think Denver is going to go with a more of a Arizona trades back and gets a defensive player. See, we're going to go down it. We'll see how the draft plays out with Jared here. But I'm going to stick to my original thought, and I'm going to go with Minnesota. And I think Minnesota is going to trade up in this situation. And Arizona's going to give up the 4. Minnesota's going to have to give up the 11 and the 23. It has to happen. Arizona probably will give up a later round pick, maybe like what do you think, 71 or 90? I think 90. They'll probably move more 90.
Probably a second next year,
and then
or a third next year.
Maybe a third next year, and then we'll take 167 and a 5th from Cleveland. God damn it. I hate when that's the problem with this fucking thing, bro. Like Minnesota's moving up, bro. Like you're going to have to get I did it backwards. You're going to have to give up the 11 and 23. And Minnesota knows that. But just for shits and giggles, we'll do it like how I did it before to make the trade guarantee to go through. So I give up this one, Arizona's 1st and 2nd next year. Because we don't know the official details of the trade, but I do think they're going to have to go the 11 and the 23 in order to do that. Okay, so Minnesota here moves up. They fuck up the whole draft and go draft JJ McCarthy at 4. Now,
here we go.
Raiders jump and get Jayden. I don't think they're going to be able to. It could be he's gonna go 2nd or 3rd. And maybe if Drake Maye gets picked and Jayden Daniels is on the board and y'all aren't as high on Jayden Daniels as you are on Drake Maye, then maybe I could see that. But without that, there's no way the Raiders are going to get in there to do that, unfortunately. Indy trades down with Dallas. That's a possibility. Yeah, y'all need more to fill out y'all's team as well. So I could definitely see that happening. Vikings jump and get KM. Who's KM?
I don't know who Caden was.
Not Jayden's. I don't know who Caden.
I don't know who you're talking about, cuz.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, back to the draft. So Jared, now that we have 4 straight quarterbacks who have gone in this draft, the Chargers need a wide receiver. They also need O-line, maybe a cornerback. I think this is too high for a cornerback to go right here. But where do you go right here?
This could be interesting from a lot of things I was reading. Jim Harbaugh likes to rebuild through the offensive line.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I thought about, okay, you can go get the best left tackle in the draft with Joe Alt.
Yeah, he loves his offensive line.
Dude's like 6'8", 6'9".
They're saying that he's a guarantee. They're calling Joe Alt a guarantee.
Like, dude,
and he's coming from Notre Dame, a school that has shown they can develop offensive line.
Yeah. And then outside of that, I was like, okay, they don't have Keenan Allen no more. Mike Williams is gone.
Yeah. But you just drafted a wide receiver last year at 1.
Yeah.
Granted, it wasn't your pick. You did just get one through the draft.
Yes. Yeah, and you still need a running back too, but I don't think they're.
Well, they got J.K. Dobbins now.
Yeah, but you still got to end up drafting a running back still.
Well, they might draft one in the later rounds. It's not going to be this high.
But with that being said, I think in order to rebuild this the right way, because you already got your franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
You might as well go get him the franchise left tackle in Joe Alt. And then
you think that they pick Joe Alt?
I mean, you got to protect him. I think that's what Jim Harbaugh is going to stick true to it and take Joe Alt as an offense for the offense.
Bro, do y'all see the smile on my face when he said that? Did y'all see the smile on my face when he said that shit? Oh my God. Oh, my prayers have been answered. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I hope this comes true. Please let this come true. Oh my God. Yo. I hope to God that is true, bro. I hope to God. Because I'll tell you what, you already know where we're going. It's got to be Marvin Harrison Jr. Don't get me wrong. I think Malik Neighbors is a better run after the catch guy.
Yeah, me too.
But Marvin Harrison is a complete package wide receiver. Like, no chance Chargers pass on MHJ. I hope they do, bro. Imagine Chargers trade Herbert to the Vikings and get the 11 and draft JJ Marvin Harrison Jr.
Bruh.
How are they going to draft Marvin Harrison Jr.? What, you mean trade back up to the 11? Well, that would have to go against this mock draft, and we just don't believe that. Because then that would mean that Arizona would own the 11th, not the Vikings. And Arizona's not giving that up. All right. So now on the clock, we have the Tennessee Titans after a monstrous fall of Marvin Harrison Jr. because he didn't do the combine, because he didn't do his pro day, because of all this and that. So maybe he does fall to them G-men at 6. Yeah, I mean, come on now. Come on now, Jared. Let's you. Yes, sir. I would be so high. Jared's going to hear it for the rest of the day if that happens, bro.
What do you mean the rest? I'm not going to hear the end of it.
You never going to hear the end of it, bro. And I'm going to be the Giants every single time on Madden, bro, because like I would be so happy. Oh my God. Okay, so Jared, Tennessee is now up to bat. Okay. They don't need a wide receiver, so I don't think they go Malik Neighbors. Joe Alt is gone. Where do you think they go from here?
What are the left tackles? Well, I mean, what tackles are on the board? Those
right now, the tackles that are left on the board right now, you got you know how to say his name, I don't.
Fashanu,
yeah. You got the guy from Oregon State, Fanatanu from Washington. They were also named, like I said, they were named lineman of the year, offensive line of the year. You got Amarius Mims from Georgia, J.C. Langton from Alabama. So, I mean, there's some pretty high guys in there. Obviously the guy from Penn State, Fasanu, is Fashanu or whatever. However you say his name. He is obviously the next guy after Joe Alt.
Yeah.
So Where do you think they go from here?
Well, they got, like you said, they got wide receivers now with D Hop and Ridley. They did just sign Tony Pollard, and I don't know what center they signed. What center did they sign? Do you remember?
I don't remember the center.
Well, do you think this is too high for a defense for a cornerback to be going?
Yes, this is too high for a corner. There's too many other good players. If you go for a corner right here, you're reaching.
Fair.
I think you're reaching here.
Fair, because they did just get Lenarius Sneed too.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not to say that corner is not a need for them at all, but it's not to say that corner is not a need for them at all. But it still it still isn't as needed, I think, as offensive tackle.
Right. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a left tackle.
You take the left tackle for Shanu?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. So, all right, now we got Atlanta on the clock. See here, I think Atlanta would look at Malik Neighbors and say he's too good. We cannot pass him up.
No, that's fair. Because I think Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Darnell Mooney, and that's really your only pass catcher.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they look at Malik Neighbors here and like, wow, Malik Neighbors has fallen to 8 to us. They may need to trade back. It's possible that they do, considering the fact that they need that, like you said, they do need a lot.
Switch. See if you can take the screen is blocking the picks.
We turn off the comments when we're picking. That's all. That's all we're reading the comments now.
Okay.
Yeah. Titans need a lot. They may trade back. That is true. I could definitely see them trading back. However, they may look at Fasanu and be like, this is a guy that can anchor Will Levis.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and he won't have to worry about his blind side as much. So, but I could see that. That's definitely not to say that can't happen. That definitely can't happen. But for this right now, we're gonna. I don't think they're gonna trade out of this right now. Atlanta, like I said, I think they could go Dallas Turner here, and I think that would be a good pick.
Fair.
But I think they're gonna look at Malik Neighbors still on the board here and be like, man, he's just too good.
You did, and you also got Kirk Cousins now too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the only knock on that is Kirk just came off injury too.
But still, you would have Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Robinson in the backfield,
Tyler Algier,
Malik Neighbors. Like, that would be a dumb offense.
Yeah.
So I think right here, Atlanta has to go Malik Neighbors. He's the best player left on the board. He's fallen to use some spots. I don't think that you could pass that up.
Fair.
Okay. Now here,
what you doing with Chicago?
Well, Chicago got their offensive guy.
Fair.
They're going to do the same thing that the Texans did last year, except having to trade up. So now, because we're at 9, we go get Dallas Turner on the outside of it as our edge rusher, so that we could pair him with Montez Sweat, and Sweat can get some more one-on-one looks.
Yes.
Because let's put it like this: Montez Sweat was the leading sack recorder for both Washington and the Bears last season. He had 12 sacks of the year. He had 6 with each team. Even with comments, we can't see the picks.
See?
Yeah, it's because I don't know if I can flip it. Let me see if I can flip it. What the hell? Let me see. What that look like? Move your big head to the top right corner. They don't have an option for the top right corner. That's the problem. That's the issue right now, is they don't have like a layout for it. Let me see. See, there's nothing about flipping it. Trash. Tragic. Tragedy strikes. Let me know if y'all can see it like this. If this is better for y'all. Okay.
Cool.
Yo, it's not about getting using y'all some fucking bitches. This is new for both of us, bro. like we still figuring out this. But anyway, so Dallas Turner and Malik Neighbors go right there. So now we got the Jets up at 10. Jared, where do the Jets go at 10? They need a wide receiver. They can use offensive tackle. Brock Bowers is still up there.
You know what was it? What did I read earlier? The last time, Teron Smith? Is that the left tackle they signed from Dallas?
That's he went there?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah. So he hasn't played a full season since 2015.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's been 9 years.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Holy fuck. That's insane.
So then I'm like, okay, well, they obviously need an offensive line because they got to protect Aaron Rodgers somehow, some way.
They have to, bro. Like, I just don't see how you don't go offensive line right here. But I will say, you got Roma Doomsday out there. You got Brock Bowers out there.
How are you going to have a Brock Bowers out there when they don't even draft?
You don't know what you're doing. Well, I told y'all we don't know what we're doing. So,
I mean, they can either go offensive tackle.
Yep.
Wide receiver.
Yep.
Brock Bowers.
Man, Roma Doomsday and Brock Bowers. I think they have to go Bowers.
See, because I was torn between Bowers and Odunze too, because they need a two.
They do need a two.
Because the only two they have is
they got Garrett Wilson. They got
dude from Green Bay.
Alan Lazard.
Yes.
But Brock Bowers gives you that safety blanket.
Yes.
That Aaron Rodgers needs.
Yeah.
Because Garrett Wilson's going to get the football with Aaron Rodgers being quarterback. But he needs that safety blanket that they don't have right now.
Right.
And I think Brock Bowers could be that guy.
Every mock that I've done, I've always taken Brock Bowers, so I'm going to go with this one too.
You going to go with this one? I'm going Brock Bowers here.
Now, for the sake of our fantasy, if we draft him, we got to hope he doesn't go to the Jets.
Anyway, at 11 here, because they traded back, now they got the 11th pick. Guess who's still on the board here as a wide receiver?
Odunze.
So now you traded back, and you're still getting a top 3 wide receiver in the draft, and you got some more, and you still got another pick. You still got 2 more picks in the first round.
Yeah.
So I think they go Doomsday here. All right, Jared, what do these Broncos do?
Now they need a quarterback. I know that much.
Aaron Rodgers loves his tight ends. He does. He definitely does.
You can go through.
Called Geek Squad. Luciano. Fuck you. Aaron Rodgers also thinks the government created HIV.
I saw that. I didn't read into it much, but that's all I saw. Was
yeah, that's wild. All right,
something's up with him.
Yeah. Okay, so where they
pull up the quarterbacks?
They have to go quarterback here. I mean, they need one so bad. So you got Penix, you got Bo Nix. I think Spencer Rattler's a reach if you go and get him this early. But Jared, what are you thinking here?
See, I'm torn between Penix and Nix because Penix has got the injury issue.
Yeah. But Bo's a little bit older.
Bo's been in college since we were born.
Yeah. He's been there a while.
he's been there for a while. So I'm torn between who I want to take. You got the left-handed, and then you got somebody who I think is pretty damn accurate in Bo Nix. So I think what Sean Payton's going to want to do is get somebody he can mold into his quarterback. I think he's going to take Bo Nix.
He's going to take Bo.
Because I think he's going to want to push the ball down the field to Cortland Sutton and company.
Bo Nix or Penix there, if we're being honest. Aaron Rodgers is going to be vice president? Shit. He's probably just as qualified as anybody else that runs. Government created crack, so HIV isn't crazy. Sean Payton is racist. He's going vote Knicks.
I can't with Codes, bro.
He's going to win. Raiders are going to take Penix. That I could see that happening. Raiders taking Penix is definitely a possibility.
Codes, plug your show, and we'll put it up real quick.
All right. Speaking of Raiders, now we got Raiders here. Raiders do need a quarterback. They could also go offensive tackle. They did get rid of their running back, but I don't think they go running back or cornerback right here. I think that's still a little bit too high. Terrion Arnold is ranked pretty high, I will say, but I don't think he is worth picking at 13, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
I like this movie. This was a good movie.
On draft day, I'm not the only one who watches the movie Draft Day.
I love that movie.
I haven't seen it in a while.
To this day, like every time I see somebody have like a top like have picks in the first round, like multiple, like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is the fucking movie all over again. But with the Raiders, bro, they just signed Gardner Minshew.
They did.
So I go quarterback.
You don't think they're going to go a quarterback right here?
Because they also have Aiden O'Connell too to back him up. We've seen Aiden O'Connell do a solid job last year.
You don't think that they're going to go quarterback here? You don't think they go get Penix?
There's multiple quarterbacks they can go from. I mean, shit, Gardner could
hold off later on and go get like Spencer Rattler in the 3rd round.
Spencer, or maybe next year they go.
Maybe they go Joe Milton out of Tennessee.
Yeah, or maybe next year they get Quinn Ewers from Texas.
Maybe Milrose from Alabama,
or I think Jackson Dart, I think from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's go ahead and give them a solid left tackle. Oh, I think it's
the Fuanga.
Yeah,
Fuanga.
Yeah, because then you'll have a solid left tackle. You'll have your quarterback, a bridge quarterback at least, that can service you. You still got Devontae Adams. You still got Jacoby Myers. The defense seems like it's playing for Antonio Pierce. They got Max Crosby. They did just get due from Miami.
Yeah. They
did just lose Josh Jacobs though, so that's gonna hurt. The run game's gonna hurt.
Run game definitely gonna hurt.
Yes, but I still don't have them taking a running back here.
All right, on to the Saints. What do you think the Saints go here, Jared? I'm a little torn here because the next offensive tackle that they could use is a little bit lower than some other guys who are ranked a little bit higher on the board. And they definitely could use another pass rusher. Definitely, but their offensive line is tragic.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like living out here, all we hear is Saints talk.
Yeah. So
that's all I've been hearing is just nothing but offensive line issues, and like their left tackle is like ass basically.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they go offensive line.
That's what I'm thinking as well. I think they have to. Now, do they go guard or tackle? I think they're going to go tackle. They need to shore up that tackle position, and they're going to go this other guy from Washington.
Because I can tell you now, living out here, if Derek Carr fucks up another season, or they fuck up somehow, it's going to be hell.
Yeah, you're right. I don't disagree. All right. Well, we've been getting some, let's see some comments. I like Quentin Mitchell over Arnold and Wiggins. I can understand. I definitely like him over Wiggins. I hated that movie Draft Day. Raiders screw up their first pick every year. Find someone fast that is ranked in the 40s and the 50s. Hey, they might go get Xavier Worthy. You never know.
Yeah.
Saints make a stupid pick and probably go cornerback. I could see them taking a cornerback. I mean, they definitely.
Marshawn Lattimore is
he's been getting cooked too. I ain't gonna lie. He's not been the guy that we thought he was after his rookie season. Well, I mean, he can lock up fucking Mike Evans sometimes, but
seems about it.
Yeah, he's been getting killed outside of that, in my opinion. Saints probably go O-line, Devin. I think so too.
Devin's a Saints fan.
Yeah, I think they go O-line as well. Now I could see them maybe going Amarius Mims, maybe J.C. Latham, but you get a guy coming out of Washington who was part of that best offensive line in college. I think that's huge. You get somebody that's a part of that. And so now we're on to these Colts. Colts taking Worthy or Mitchell, in my opinion. We also just picked up Chase Young pending neck surgery. Yeah. That's why I don't think you're gonna go edge. I think that you're gonna go there first. Colts taking Worthy. I think here I'm gonna go with with Jared. It's your pick actually. Are you gonna go with Mitchell?
Who?
With Quayon Mitchell?
I was actually gonna give him a corner. I was gonna give him.
That is a corner. He's a corner at Toledo.
Who's the highest one?
The highest one is Terry Arnold.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, you were gonna give him Terry Arnold?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Terry Arnold. How you feel about that one, Sports Addicts? How you feel about if y'all get Terry Arnold? He was out of the side. I mean, he's not bad. Like
no, I was watching some tape on last night.
Yeah, he's definitely not bad. So I don't think that would be a bad idea for y'all or a bad thing.
Now we're on Seattle.
On to Seattle.
Okay.
We're just be about halfway through right here. And then you'll have a couple picks in a row. You'll have the next 3 out of 4 picks, to be honest with you. All right, so Seattle here, they definitely could use a guard. I don't think Arnold drops that far. I mean, the thing is I mean, look at everybody else. Who honestly in this team is? I mean, who's gonna pick a cornerback? He's not. Oh, whoops. He's not gonna go in the top 6. Probably not even in the top 10. And then we got a doomsday falling. They're not gonna pick a cornerback. They need the Denver needs a what's it called?
Quarterback.
They need a quarterback. They need a quarterback or offensive line, and then the Saints definitely need an offensive line. So I don't see where Terry Arnold would go before they get to y'all.
Yeah, unless somebody trades up for him.
But nobody's out
Nobody's
here.
Nobody's gonna trade up for a
no,
quarterback.
not for a quarterback.
Not into the top 15.
Nah. I think Mitchell's better in my opinion. Now that I can understand. If you want to say that you think Mitchell's better and you'd rather him, I can understand that aspect of things. But I think y'all get the first cornerback off the board, whoever that may be. You know, like I was saying though. Now here, Seattle's offensive line is just ass.
Yes,
it is really bad. But they did lose Bobby Wagner. I don't think that I think that this is a great spot for them right here. I think
you think the Colts could trade with Dallas?
They could, but I still think that they could probably get Mitchell at 24. That would be a good idea. If they went to what's it called? If they went to Dallas and Dallas gave them that pick, I think Mitchell could slide to them. It's definitely a possibility because I mean, look at the next few picks. Not a lot of people here I think would go corner. Maybe Bengals would fuck up and go corner, but I think that they would go offensive line. Maybe Eagles go corner. Maybe Arizona, but I think Arizona goes edge here. And then 24. So yeah, I could see that happening. Now, Jared, let me tell you a story.
All right.
About a team who just won a Super Bowl. And who's been looking for a guy for a while now.
Chill out, son.
That can burn the edges.
Are you talking about what I'm thinking you're about to try to do? Are you?
Yes. Jared, I want to propose a trade to you. Okay. I think
I had this conversation with somebody earlier too.
oh, come on, this fucking thing. Where are we at? Seattle. Seattle may trade back 2 good O-line players already gone and can gain some picks. That's what I'm thinking right now. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And guess who I think they trade with, people? The Kansas City Chiefs. And the Kansas City Chiefs get that 16th pick. Definitely for the 32. And the first next year. And we'll just give them this. And then we'll give them this and this. Just so that we can make the trade go through. No way, that trade's been rejected. That's crazy.
You really think Rice is done for good now, or like just for this year? What do you think of that? What do you think is going to happen with the whole Rasheed Rice situation?
I don't know yet. That's a tough one. But that's another reason why I think they trade up right here. And then the Kansas City Chiefs are going to go, and they're going to go draft Xavier Worthy. It's a bit of a reach, but you can't teach speed. Can you, Jared?
I forgot speed too.
Okay. And Kansas City is going to move up there.
At least 8 games.
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I think this is where the Chiefs trade up. The Seattle's going to get some picks, and then they're going to go grab Worthy for that speed that they've been missing since they've had since what's his name's been gone, since Tyreek Hill's been gone. So that's going to shock the draft.
Yeah,
it's going to shake up some shit.
Probably going to piss off a lot of people.
I'm telling you now, Worthy is not going to be there at 32.
I'm done with that.
No, they still have Tooney. Yeah, Worthy. There's no way that Worthy's there at 32. Somebody's going to grab because Buffalo definitely needs a wide receiver, and if Worthy's there at 28, I guarantee you they go and get him.
And from what I've heard, if Pittsburgh doesn't pull the trade for Brandon Ayuk, they're probably going wide receiver.
But I could see them going more Brian Thomas before they go him, if he fits their scheme more, in my opinion.
Right.
But I think the Buffalo Bills would love to have somebody like Xavier after getting rid of Gabe Davis, after getting rid of Stephon Diggs.
And the wide receivers.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you really don't have anybody over there. Now, they could go with Donnie Mitchell. It's a possibility. But I think that they would go Worthy just so the Chiefs couldn't get him. If they sat there and waited till 32. That's what I mean. If they sat there and waited till 32 and did not trade up at all, he's going to be gone. I promise. But anyway, Jared, you agree with that, don't you, though?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm glad you agree with it. Oops. All right. So now we're on to the Jags. Now, the Jags need a cornerback here. They could grab a corner right here. This is where I could see Quinyon Mitchell maybe going here. I think maybe Brian Thomas Jr., but I think that might be a stretch for them at this point in time. I don't think they need an edge, but cornerback is definitely a must. I know when I took over the Jags in Madden, that was my first pick, was a cornerback.
Okay.
What do you think they go here?
Well,
you think they go receiver or corner?
I'll say they're probably not addressing defensive line because they kind of worked on defensive line in the offseason.
Yeah. And they drafted Trayvon Walker last year, number 1 overall. So, not last year, year before. Sorry.
I kind of want to go with Brian Thomas right here to replace Calvin Ridley, but then I don't know who the cornerbacks are.
You have Tyson Campbell.
Okay.
He's pretty good.
I know you got Darnell Savage over there.
Darnell Savage. There's really not like anybody outside of that that's really good.
They still got Christian Kirk. They got Parrish Washington. I think is his name as wide receiver.
Still got ETN in the backfield.
ETN. I don't know who you got. Evan Ingram.
Still got Ingram.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna go with and give him a cornerback because I think Darnell Savage is a safety.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna give him a corner.
So you think they go Mitchell here?
Yeah. What's up, Dynasty?
Yo, what's up, Dynasty? Appreciate you joining, man. All right, next we have the Bengals. Jared, you know where they have to go.
On to Cincinnati.
You know where we're on to Cincinnati.
We're on to Cincinnati.
On to Cincinnati. You know where they have to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go give him. How do you say dude's name?
Amarius Mims.
No.
J.C. Latham.
What?
You think they go edge here over an offensive line?
I mean, who's on the other side of Trey Hendrickson? They just lost DJ Reader.
Their quarterback is injury prone.
The way Cincinnati's been, drafting, they're probably gonna keep doing it.
Dude,
like that.
there's no way that they don't draft an offensive lineman here. There's no way.
I want to give him an edge rusher just to shake it up.
Bruh, there's no way. Bro, do y'all hear this, man? The guy who's who's a top 2 quarterback in the league, who's been hurt multiple times, we're gonna go get an edge rusher.
Yep. That's how they've been thinking sometimes.
Bruh.
Like we talked about before.
Bro, you hurt my head. I ain't gonna lie. Because that legitly gives me a headache.
You'll be okay.
Wow.
But remember, like we talked about before, he's still, he's one injury away from the Andrew Luck situation.
Wow.
You'll be all right.
That's just crazy to me, bro. Oh, thought they would give me a what they need thing. Okay, so here we got the Rams. I ain't gonna lie, Rams need a good bit. I could see them possibly trading back, but I want to know who would trade up and for who.
You're saying the Rams trading back?
Yeah, I think they could trade back, but who would trade up? They just signed 2 Lawrence contracts. Oh, you talking about the offensive line for Cincinnati? I don't care. What is that supposed to tell me? What? You spelled more. What do you tell me, Alex? More. I need more. I'm just trying to think about who would trade up here. Maybe somebody trades back into the first round.
They do need D tackle with Aaron Donald retiring.
They need a lot.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I don't know. I think they could trade out. Y'all just remember when y'all are watching next week, I said that they could probably trade out. I just don't know who. But for the sake of the video right now, I think they go Johnny Newton to try to fill that necessity early on. I mean that gap that Aaron Donald had.
Yeah.
I think they try to fill that early. All right, well, you got 2 picks in a row. Who you got with Pittsburgh first?
Like I was saying earlier, if they don't get Brandon Ayuk, they're going to need a wide receiver. But they also need somebody on the other edge of TJ Watt.
Their offensive line is trash, though. Their tackles aren't good.
Yeah, but they just drafted one last year, too.
Was he a right or left?
Right, I believe. The kid from Georgia.
Look at the other tackle from Georgia.
That is true. Who's the tackle? I can't.
Or you can get J.C. Latham.
But he's a center.
Latham's not a center. He's a tackle.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
He's from Bama.
Okay, no, I couldn't see it for you first. Well, let's just go ahead and just build the offensive line.
They have to.
Yeah.
I mean, Russell Wilson's older. You know, he can move around a little bit.
And then you still got Justin Fields in the backfield just in case something happens.
Yeah, you know. Where do you think they go Brian Thomas Jr. here? I don't know if they fit their scheme that well.
I'm not gonna give them a wide receiver because they're still in the talks with Brandon Ayuk apparently.
Yeah.
So let's say that happens, then they could in the second round they take a wide receiver.
Yeah. So what do you think they go?
Yeah,
do you think they go Marius Mims or J.C. Latham?
Give him his Georgia teammate.
Yeah.
I can't think of dude's name from last year.
Yeah. All right, and then now we got Miami. Then Tom will go defense. It's definitely possible, but man, they need offensive line help bad. They need offensive line help terribly bad. Their offensive line was not that good. It'll help out in the run game as well, but they need to fix it. They need to shore it up. All right, where do the Miami Dolphins go here? They also need offensive line.
They need defensive help too.
They need defensive line. Need a cornerback. I don't think they need a wide receiver as much, but I think offensive line, D line, and cornerback is their four points of contact.
Which ones?
Offensive line, defensive line, and a cornerback. Is there 3 points of contact of going at somebody?
Is Xavier there still, or did he get cut or traded?
Xavier Howard?
Yes.
I think he's gone.
Is he?
I think Jalen Ramsey's
the only corner
now.
Okay. And they just lost Christian Wilkinson.
Yeah.
To
I could be
Raiders.
wrong about Xavier Howard being gone, but y'all check that out for me if that's true or not. But I'm pretty sure he is gone.
Yeah. Pull up the corners and D tackles.
So defensively on D tackles, we got Aaron Murphy. He's probably the only guy that you would go in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And cornerbacks, you got Nate Wiggins, you got Kool-Aid. Those are the two guys that you would go there. And on the offense, still got J.C. Latham out there. You definitely use him.
Howard's a free agent.
Howard's a free agent? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought
so. We pull up the corners.
Okay, and then guard, I think that's a reach if they win guard here. So, cornerbacks, you still got Nate Wiggins, you got Kool-Aid McKinstry. Those are the two that they would probably look at.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give them the top corner right now since they're down a corner and they need somebody opposite of Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, Nate Wiggins. All right. Now with Philly,
Alex said Kool-Aid or Latham.
See, I was thinking Latham there, because they need with all the deep plays that they try to do. I think that they need somebody, yeah, it's that way that they could shore up that offensive line and shore up those edges to where they could, double team in the middle.
Yeah,
if they absolutely need to. Here, I think they go back to back. I ain't gonna lie. Well, here I think they also go defense here, but they go Cooper DeJean out of Iowa. They needed safety. Their safeties are fucking terrible.
The highlights that I've seen, he had at least from just from 3 minutes or whatever. I've seen him have at least 2 pick sixes and 1 down at the 5.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, come on. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's good. I think they yeah. Was that from? Is that from earlier?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, it'll. I think that's what they need the most. I do think that they could go corner, but I think you're going to look at either corner and the safeties last year were so bad. They were terrible, bro. I wish Cozy was still in the chat if he is, man, because their safeties were god awful last year.
Yeah, because Bynard's gone too.
Exactly. So I think they have to go Cooper DeJean here. think that's their best bet.
I think he's in Chicago.
I don't know where he is, but I know he's gone.
Yeah.
All right, and so now we're back to Arizona. Now we went and got Roma Doomsday at 11. So now we double back at 23. What do we need here? All right. I think you go best available in this position. And best available right now is Jared Verse out of Florida State. You do need an edge. You need a pass rusher. You need to help that defensive line. So I think you go edge here with Jared Verse. And then the Cowboys just got rid of Tyron Smith. So now they go and draft a tackle that's the best tackle that's available in J.C. Latham. Then Green Bay's on the clock. Alex, if you're still in the chat, help me out with this one. All right. So linebacker, cornerback, offensive guard. I know offensive line's been big for them. You know, they lost Runyon. They lost Bakhtiari. Those are both guards that they lost. That's huge for them. You think they go Kool-Aid here? They definitely could. That's definitely not a bad option. With who's on the board, but man, it's tough because there's no really guards. Guards aren't as big in this draft as centers and offensive tackles. Tackles and centers are more available, so I think that they're going to go, like you said. I think they go cornerback here with McKinstry. All right. And now Tampa Bay's on the clock. Okay. And here I think Tampa Bay's going to go Chop Robinson. They have no pass rushers over there. They have nobody. Like, there's nobody, bro. there is nobody over there for them to be able to pass rush effectively. Vita Vea is a run stopper. He's not a pass rusher.
Yeah.
You know? So we're going to go draft Chop Robinson here for Tampa Bay. All right, and now we're back on Arizona again. This would have been Houston's pick. This is the pick they got from Houston last year. All right, so you got Roma Doomsday, and you come back at 23, and you grab Jared Verse and edge. So now you got a guy on the outside of both of line and that. Now you need to go inside. You got to go inside. You got to go draft Byron Murphy out of Texas. Okay, and shoring up that D line because you play against Christian McCaffrey. You know, you play against guy Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
You play against a good Seattle run game. You know, you're gonna need a defensive line. I think you shore it up, and now those first three. See, I don't think they go wide receiver again here. I just don't see it. I don't think that they need that. There's too many other positions need that they have to fill out before they can start double drafting in the first round with the same position. Like they need talent more spread out throughout their team. So I think this is how they do it. All right, Jared. You doing a live draft viewing party here on YouTube? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We obviously we won't be able to show the picks and everything, but we'll be able to talk about it and have the audio playing. The Vita Vea disrespect. It's not that he's a bad player, and I'm not saying that
he's a bad player.
No, I'm not saying that he's bad, and I'm not saying that he can't rush the quarterback, but he is more of a run stopper. Like that's just the kind of player that he is. He's a nose guard. He's a nose tackle. Like that's what he plays, you know. So I'm not trying to disrespect him. It's not. I don't think he's bad. I just think he's more of a run stuffer guy than he is as a pass rusher. The same way, the opposite of like Micah Parsons. How I believe Micah Parsons is better as a pass rusher than he is as a run stopper.
Yeah.
All right, Jared. Where do you think the Bills go here?
Unfortunately, they draft a wide receiver.
They have to.
Yes.
They have to. Xavier Worthy's gone in this one, though.
Yeah.
But I think if he was there at this point, that's where he goes.
But you know who's there?
Brian Thomas Jr.
And AD Mitchell.
Donnie Mitchell.
Yeah, they go that or AD Mitchell. They said.
I think they're going to go Brian Thomas Jr.
I mean, the best wide receiver.
Yeah, I think that they have to. They need a number one guy, and
Yeah.
I think he can be that number one guy for them. All right, now the Lions. This is tough.
They signed, I think, 2 corners in the offseason as well.
Yeah.
But do you get protection for Goff? Do you get
Man, looking at like what's available here and what they need, man, I think they could trade back. I'm not gonna lie.
that so?
Yeah, because just who's available. Like look at where the guards are. Because they need a guard. Guard's 37. That's a reach. Defense, they need edge. Darius Robinson. That's not bad, but that would be a reach as well. Cornerback. TJ Tampa's a reach. You know, it's.
Well, let's do it like this then. Let's make a trade.
With who, though? Who do you think is going to trade back into the first round?
New England.
New England!
New England.
New England's going to trade back into the first round.
Because they see the way this board is falling. They already got their quarterback. They know that it's tackle in New England, tackle and wide receiver are deep.
And I don't disagree with that. LB or safety and secondary was bad last year. I agree with both of those comments. It's not that. It's just that where they're at in the draft, with the way the board has fallen, it wouldn't be ideal to draft either of those positions. Then you'd be reaching at that point.
Yeah.
So Detroit.
You
got one rip or something? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I do not have a gar. I don't smoke that shit.
Sorry.
Got my bong over there.
No.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. You got this.
That's fine. Just roll that up.
I am.
It's cool. With New England.
Yep, and they see offensive tackle and they see wide receiver. That's their next 2 needs. So, now the question is, who?
Yeah.
Are you having issues? Yeah, so the question is who?
So now, where do you go? Do you go wide receiver here? Donnie Mitchell's there, Keon Coleman. But I think Keon Coleman would have been there for y'all, even if y'all didn't do that.
Yeah.
So, who are you trading up for? That is so, I need that player.
Pull up offensive line.
Well, the next guy for tackle is Tyler Guyton.
And I've been high on him, too.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that you haven't. Yeah, no, Tyler guy I can definitely see. What's it called? What are you thinking?
And I want to go wide receiver because they got Mitchell.
Like I said, Mitchell's there, Keon Coleman's there. I don't think you trade up for Hunky.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you give up?
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to give up your second round.
Yeah.
You might have to give up a first round next year.
Maybe. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm torn between both those positions. I'm gonna go ahead and give him Tyler Guyton.
You think Guyton?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So now, where do the Ravens go? They could use a wide receiver, offensive guard. They definitely could use a pass rusher. But I don't think there's any good pass rushers at this point that's really like that. Like I said, you got a Donnie Mitchell, Keon Coleman's there.
I was just thinking Mitchell too, because they just they lost Odell.
Yeah. All right, and then I think San Francisco has to go line here.
Yeah.
And I think they go inside on this one. I think it's kind of a reach pick, but I think they go Christian Hayes out of UConn. They need a guard. Their inside is tragically bad. Outside of Trent Williams, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean Chris Jones single-handedly fucked everything up.
Oh, you thought Ravens gonna go Coleman? I can see that. I think him or Mitchell would be a good pick right there. All right, and last but not least, in the first round, Seattle traded with Kansas City. This is where I think that they do pick here. I think that they go this Graham Barton dude from Duke because they need a center. So this is our draft board.
You know, I just realized
What?
Jackson Powers Johnson was still on the board for a center.
I mean, you might be right.
I am right. I didn't see him.
Oh. So this is our draft board. Got a few trades in there, not as much as there was last year. A couple trades. We'll see how it works out, how it shakes out. But this is our board. We'll have a picture of this up on Twitter, and y'all can debate on there and amongst yourselves. But yeah, good job, Jared. Not bad. Definitely got some picks in there that I think are definitely going to happen. Some stuff that we think that will be.
Always, I gotta have some shit to shake it up.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for joining us. That's our mock draft. We will be back on the draft night. That's Thursday next week. What time does the draft start? Like 7 or so, 7:30.
Something between that.
Something like that. So we'll have it posted on Twitter. We appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, we have our draft board. We will have our draft board posted up on Twitter. And y'all can go check that out. Tell us what you think. Tell us where we went wrong. We appreciate everybody joining us, giving us ideas, giving us what they think, where they're going to go. It'll be interesting. You know, we always love the draft, so it should be a fun night next week.
It's always interesting. I'm about to go try to find that video from Houston's trade up from the two from 3 to
Yeah.
I'm about to try to find that.
All right. Well, like I was saying, thank y'all so much for joining us, and we will be back next week. As always, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff they do here on YouTube and on Twitter. That's what we're streaming at right now. So
YouTube too.
Yep. Well, I said YouTube.
Oh, I didn't hear
that was the first thing
I didn't hear you say that.
God damn, get the wax out your ears.
You're right.
But like I was saying, thank y'all, and we'll see y'all next week.